So for knee flexion, we're going to bring the knee up so that the foot is off of the table. There are some people who will put the foot on the table to measure knee range, but the gold standard is keeping the foot off of the table, so that's what we'll be checking you guys out on to make sure that you can stabilize the knee and provide that full overpressure into that end range of motion. So again, knee flexion is typically a soft end feel. Some people might have a firm end feel if they have capsular tightness or if they have some sort of muscular or fascial tightness going on. So get a sense for what your partner's knee feels like in that overpressure range. And she has very good knee range of motion, so I'm going to say she's probably around like 140 or so. Okay. And then your goniometer is going to be lined up with the lateral epicondyle of the femur, in line with the midline of the femur to the greater trochanter, and then in line with the lateral malleolus. So your 3 bony landmarks there. Okay, so you have lateral epicondyle. Stable arm is on the femur bone to the greater trochanter. Come up. Okay. And yeah, she's at about 140. Okay. All right, and then for extension, you will need a towel for extension. Do you mind? Okay, so you want to prop the knee up, or prop the ankle up on a towel, so that if the patient does have hyperextension, you're going to be able to identify that by propping up the ankle. So you have the same landmarks as extension, so your greater trochanter, the lateral epicondyle, and lateral malleolus. So first, looking here, you don't seem to have a whole lot of hyperextension. Now, we can apply overpressure into hyperextension, which typically is a firm end feel, usually because of the capsule. Okay. But yeah, she doesn't really look to have any sort of crazy hyperextension, so I would call this 0. But just for the sake of showing you guys how to line up the goniometer, so lateral epicondyle to the greater trochanter and lateral malleolus. And yeah, she's right at 0. So yeah. Okay. Now if we were to have found that she had, let's say, 5 degrees of hyperextension, so that would mean that we'd see kind of an angle like this, that her knee would be slightly down from the table where her ankle was. How could we document that? I know that this was one of the questions kind of on the quiz about the elbow. So if she had 5 degrees of hyperextension.
-5, I know what a degree is.
Yep, so -5. You could certainly do -5 to, let's say, 140, which was what her knee flexion was. You could also just state that there was knee hyperextension 5 degrees. Or you could do -5 to 140. So -5, 0, 140, -5 to 140, or just knee hyperextension range 5 degrees. Cool? Okay, so let's go ahead and just practice